Hey, you guys still out in the trenches trying to find a home, going up against 20 other buyers, and then the prices keep going up? Let's go ahead and talk about some new strategies that are going to get you the house that you want. Hey everybody, it's Eric Hudson out here in lovely Las Vegas, and you're on the only channel guaranteed to make you more sexy every time you watch it. So just because of that, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let that YouTube algorithm just glide us all up to the top. So let's go ahead and get to it. I know all of you are out there and you are looking for that perfect house and you want to get it on the cheap. I ain't gonna lie to you. That ain't working anymore. Here's what it is. Everybody is just offering more and more money, and sometimes more and more money ain't where it at. I did say ain't. It's in the dictionary. You can look it up. Can't do it right now because I ain't got a dictionary for you. But you got Google. So here's what's going on. We all know that the prices keep going up and up and up and up. There's nothing we can do about it. It's called supply and demand. And a little bit of it is kind of panicking. Don't know when it's going to come back down. Anybody who tells you that, they're called liars. So let's go ahead and go through some strategies that are working now besides just offering more and more money. Sometimes more and more money isn't the best thing unless you're offering cold hard cash. Now, if you looked at one of my latest videos, all of those California buyers, they're coming out of the closet. And they are moving here with all of that California cash from selling those $1 million homes, $800,000 homes, even $600,000 homes that they paid $125,000 for. So they can offer cash above listing and go buy new furniture and a car and go live a nice life. Well, somebody who's living here or moving here, not from California, you've got to go get a loan. And then you're not going to be able to get furniture. You're not going to be able to get a car. And, you got to live like regular people. Well, if you're not going up against a California buyer, which is 26% of the market, some of them still take out loans because some of them have to. And some of them want to take that cash and, pay all of those debts from living a nice life. Well, what do? Sometimes a higher offer, especially to a thinking person, may not be the best deal. How can a higher price not be the best deal? What if you miss out on opportunity? AKA, I can offer you whatever I want. I can waive the appraisal all day long. I go up against all these guys and your house is worth $315, you want it $325, and I offer you $340 for it. Oh my goodness, I got $340 for my house, and you go dancing in front of your neighbors, and then they waived the appraisal, but the house still has to be appraised if there's a loan. Man, a lot of cash buyers, if they're smart, they're still going to do an appraisal. So what happens? Well, the house comes back at $315, but remember, right now, appraisers, some of them, are still over appraising because we're starting to go into a little bit of silliness. So let's say they appraise it at $330. So even though the house in reality was worth $315, but things are going a little nuts now. Things are going through the sky. But you go, let me think about this. I have got to come up with $10,000 of my own money. $10,000. Some people are now starting to back out. I'm starting to hear this in the market right now. These folks who are backing out, who put in these huge offers. So we still get the huge offers. Some of them are closing. Some of them are coming out of the money out of their pocket. And some are starting to back out because the house didn't appraise. But they waived appraisal. So was it real money? Still can't make them buy the house. So what are some new strategies that I'm hearing about out there that are working in today's market? So here's a strategy. Remember how we were talking about, you can just go ahead and forget about the seller paying your closing cost? What about a good old strategy that went back before? Pay the seller's closing cost. Oh, did you know that's real money? The seller has closing costs too. So before, when you're trying to get the seller to pay your closing cost as a buyer, or, you didn't even need the money, but it's like, I'd like to see if the seller will close. They're not doing that anymore. Oh, wait a minute. I pay their closing cost. So let's say on a $400,000 house, that may be about $5,000. So now, if the house appraises for the 330, in reality, it's like them getting 335. And wait a minute, in reality, they got a little bit more. You know why? Those real estate commissions.
Ooh.
The commissions that as a buyer you're sitting around not thinking about because it's not coming out of your pocket. They're thinking about those commissions. Oh, they're thinking about those commissions, and they're going like, wait a minute, that's $5,000 in commissions I don't have to pay. It's a little bit, but it helps because it's on two ends. Here's another one. We just talked about commissions. You ever thought about paying your agent's commission or a portion of it? Oh, that's not affected by anything about the loan. So they know it's not affected by the appraisal. So if you're paying their closing cost and even something as little as a third or half of your agent's commission, let's just say notionally, we're not talking about price or commission or anything like that. They know they're going to make $10,000 extra no matter what happens. You don't have to worry about the appraisal. They don't have to worry about you backing out if the appraisal comes in low. As people get drunk and get on eBay and start having second thoughts. Because if you've seen the contract, there are multiple ways, something like 7 ways to get out of the contract. One day I'm going to go through it with you. And I'll show you all of the ways you can get out of a contract and get that earnest money back. Just because you put in there, waive appraisal. You got due diligence. You can get out for that. Oh, I waived the inspection. You can get out for due diligence because the inspection is during the due diligence period. There's this little thing. Over 70% of homes in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas and Henderson, I don't know about the rest of the country, but I'm sure it's true there, are in HOAs. You're required to approve being in the HOA. AKA, you may not want to live under their rules. It's a dodge, but you can get out. Here's another one. Check this out. Because of the cheapness of folk, you see, the law actually says you're supposed to order the HOA package within 2 days. 2 of accepting a contract. A lot of agents aren't going to do that because the sellers, they're going, well, I don't want to pay that money because the seller, by law, it's actually in Nevada law, don't know about other states, says that you're supposed to do this and that the seller must pay. You cannot even volunteer to pay it yourself. So if the seller, by law, has to pay for this, and some of these HOAs could have up to 3 of these packages they have to order. So they're afraid, as much confidence they have in their house, they don't want to take a chance. Oh. So they wait as long as humanly possible to order it. It takes about 10 days for that package to come back because some of the HOAs, and the management companies they use, they delay it as long as humanly possible. Do you know why? Because they know that the agents and the people are doing this. And then they know that by the time that the package is ordered, it needs to get there for closing. So they intentionally delay it. These things are electronic for most of these HOAs. And when they're not, all they got to do is go and scan them. Boop, 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 boop. So it's nothing. So why does it take 10 days? Do you know why? To put a barrier in front of you.
Oh no!
So you can do this thing called expedited. So you can wait 10 days or you can get it in 1 day. You can pay $300 for the package or you can pay $5 and get it today. They put the barriers there on purpose. Now, what's all this have to do? Well, all of this greediness and wanting to make sure they wait until the transaction is so far along, even though they were supposed to do it in 2 days. You have 5 days to view it. And you have to approve being in the HOA. Now, it's a silent approval. You do nothing, it goes forward. But within that 5 days, which starts the day after you receive it, up until midnight, all you have to do is send an email saying, I do not approve the HOA. You do not have to give a reason. You got your money back and you are out of the contract by law. Huh. Oh, you got me trapped in the contract. I said I've waived appraisal. I've waived inspection. So I'll just house is, I want this stuff fixed. It's not gonna get. Oh, I waived it. Okay, let's see what's next. Wait. What about loan conditions? Oh man, I had this client one time who wanted to get out of a contract, and we had gone past all of this stuff, and there was another condition. Remember, there's all these conditions to get out. They were savvy. They went and spent their down payment, not their down payment, their closing cost, and then called the bank and went, oops, I spent my closing cost. When the bank saw it and looked at the bank account and went, oh, we can't grant you a loan, and sent them a denial letter because they didn't have the money for closing cost.
No!
I did not recommend this. I heard this. I'm like, okay. And then there was that nice little letter, because that's one of them. They didn't waive that one. So guess what? They got out of the contract. Yeah. So there's 1,000 ways to get out of that contract. But guess what? If you want to stay in that contract, you want to be above, you don't want to play the Uncle Charlie. That's actually an old real estate thing where you offer this ridiculous amount of money, you don't waive stuff, and they go like, oh my goodness, my house is, I had it for $325, they're offering $350. And they know it's not going to appraise except for at the $320 range. And then all of a sudden when the seller comes back, oh, what about my $350? It only appraised for $320. But you got the house, you see, because people are waiving that appraisal now. But now you can go like, hey, you're not going to have to worry about this because I'm paying 1/3 of my agent's cost and I'm paying your closing cost. You know, you're not going to have to worry about the appraisal in reality. You don't have to waive that stuff. And a lot of people are now starting to take that because they're starting to think. And they're starting to see these people who got $30,000 over their asking price that was already over what the house was worth. And they're getting all greedy. They're seeing their deals disappear. And now when the house comes back on the market, they're lowering the price. In several of my videos lately, I keep talking about that perfect house. Let's see here. There's a video. There's a video. Go back. Look at that when I talk about that perfect house. Where they overpriced it. It was the most perfect house I've ever seen. I looked for it the other day before making this video, and I was like, oh, they sold the house. Then I looked. It's like, wait a minute. It doesn't show that it's under contract. What happened? Did they get a cash offer and close like that? And I kept going. It's like, where is it? Where is it? And I found it. It was taken off the market after 28 days.
Whoa.
Absolutely perfect house. In a time when people are getting 20 offers, they're going for 20 and 30,000 over asking, which were already overpriced. See, if they would have probably gotten the price if they had just gone, this is what the market is, and then went, poof, been blown away when they got that money. But pigs get fat. Hogs get slaughtered. Got slaughtered. Take advantage of that. You can offer a decent amount on a house. Offer to do these things. Don't waive the others. And then stick to that when that appraisal comes back. That's the way you get a house now, because a lot of folks are starting to do that. That's the tip of this week of how to get a house. And these are some tips you need to keep following right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I got more stuff coming at you that's going to blow your hair back, because there are people who have been following some stuff I got. They've been winning that house. Go and secure that bag, baby. Go for it.